This week, we talked to a woman who's biked all around the country, seen biking help the people around her, and has a stunning custom bike. Take a listen. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So first of all, is this your beautiful bike? And can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yes. Pookie ordered this for me for one of my birthdays or anniversaries. And it was just a plain silver bike, but he had this custom painted for me by a guy that only does cars and motorcycles. And you guys like, okay, I'll do it for you. And he put the shark and the bear because I'm the shark and he's the bear. And on the other side is a fish, my favorite fish that passed away. And he customized it for me, and he said, you could add whatever you want. He got that custom light for me, put lights on the tires, and it's my favorite bike. It's fun to ride, it's low, it's cool, it makes me hip, I guess. So yeah, it's one of the, I get a lot of compliments on, and people look for on the Tamale ride. They look for that bike.
Yeah, that's so cool. And how long have you been biking and what got you into it?
So we're empty nesters at some point, right? And Pookie needs something to do at all times because he's a big kid. And he's like, I'm gonna start going on these bike rides. So he started, and then he went online and he found a group of guys that were going to the beach or going to the zoo or going to whatever. He's like, I'm gonna go meet those guys and I'm gonna, then little by little, he said, you should come, it's fun. We go to like coffee shops and bars and, like, okay, I'll go for that, But then it got to be where he was just riding all the time and I couldn't do it because I was working or I was watching grandbabies or whatever, so I couldn't do all the rides, maybe 50%, 70 sometimes in the summer. But yeah, that's how we started because we became empty nesters and he needed something productive to do.
Yeah, I love that. And what do you use your bike for? Is it mostly like recreation, like
Mostly
having fun?
recreational. I wanted to ride my bike during COVID because I felt like we were gaining too much weight and it was good exercise and we wanted to be outside instead of inside and stuff like that. And when you're on a bike, nobody's near you. Nobody can give you germs and stuff like that. So yeah, but mostly just recreational. He literally rides his bike every day to work in the snow, in the rain, in the cold, in the heat, in the wee hours of the morning. Yeah, he's a die-hard rider all the time.
That's so cool. And what do you like about biking Chicago? What are some of your favorite things?
I think Pookie mentioned it. It's easier to get around on a bike. I also feel like the exercise part of it. So we forget to exercise, right? Because we're comfort creatures. And like, I'm gonna go home and watch a movie and get a bowl of popcorn or whatever. I'm gonna go drink in the backyard with my friends. It's a good way to exercise. And so my favorite thing, you didn't ask me this, but I'm gonna tell you, is when we go places. Our former leader, Skip, he lives in Michigan now. He's the leader of Chicago Tail Draggers. He'd say, hey, let's go on a liquor store crawl. So we'd go to all the liquor stores and we'd stop and get a beer or we'd stop and get a little pint or that was fun. Or let's go to these 3 burger places that I just saw on, Chicago's Best or whatever. We'd ride our bike to one and then we'd ride our bike to the next one. Those are the fun ones to me, the crawls, like we're gonna go somewhere and do something.
Yeah.
He tricked me one time and he made me ride all the way to the Botanic Gardens. And I didn't have any food, I didn't have a sweater, I didn't have any lights on my bike. And I was like, don't ever do that to me again. Then when he came back in the dark and there was bats flying around us and there was traffic and we had no bikes on our lights and we had to stop at Walgreens. I had to get a sweatshirt. But yeah, I like short-term rides. I like when we're gonna go somewhere and do something, meet some people, have some fun.
Yeah.
That's more like my thing. But if it was up to him, we'd just be riding all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you dislike about biking Chicago? I mean, you mentioned dark and the traffic. Is that some of it?
My poor husband's been hit so many times, and it's the greatest fear for my kids and for myself and his mom. Like, you could be the best biker in the world, but if traffic is crazy, and one of the instances was somebody just throwing their door open. And I don't know if you ever had that happen to you when you were a kid. I had that happen to me when I was a kid. Somebody threw their door open, you either flip over or you run into the door, right? Well, that just happened to him last year. And like I said, you could be the most skilled bike rider in the world, but it could be anything that's going on. Construction, a careless parker, a careless worker, just people don't give too much about bikers. They don't have any consideration or whatever. So that's why the bike lane is so important to us now. If there's a bike lane, I feel much safer. And for that reason, my daughter doesn't like us to take the grandchildren because she doesn't think it's safe to take them out in a city street.
Yeah.
You're gonna take them to a forest preserve, you're gonna take them to the suburbs, fine, but I don't really want you on the city streets with my kids. So, but yeah, that's the worst part of it. It's kind of dangerous, but it's also, you know, it's a thrill ride, and you get to see more, and you get to cover more, you know, more footage and more miles that way. You don't gotta park a car, you don't gotta pay for parking, you don't have to do all this stuff. So, yeah, I do like biking for that reason.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. Maybe like 2 more questions here. Yeah, you know, someone who started maybe a little more recently, what advice would you give to someone who's maybe new to biking or wants to get started to kind of ease them into it?
A good lock. I invested in some cheap locks. You gotta have a good lock, and I've seen a lot of people lose nice bikes because they don't have a good lock. Lights, definitely lights, and all-weather jacket or something like that, and the good tires. Don't get the cheap tires. And I say always ride in twos. I mean, if it's all possible, because it's safer that way. It's just like when you're walking somewhere or going somewhere, it's still safer riding in twos or with other people. That's another reason I like the group that he joined, the Chicago Tail Draggers, and now we have all these other groups that are our family, because we ride together. If somebody has a flat, if somebody breaks down, if somebody falls down, and we have a group of people that are like, we're on it, we got you, we'll get you, you know, taped up, fix your tire, fix your chain, or whatever. It's just safer. I really recommend you don't bike alone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you know, I'll ask the same question. What's like a recent favorite experience that you've had biking? What's something that really stands out to you that you're like, that was a really cool experience?
Well, there's a lot, but I think when we started doing this, I had no anticipation that we were going to be traveling as much as we do. And we've been to Canada, we've been to Vegas, Washington, Arizona, California, you name it, we've been there. Atlanta, riding in different states, cities, waiting in different terrains or whatever, and meeting the people that we meet. And everybody's so cordial and so nice, and they're so welcoming, and they're so happy to see you and so happy to look at your bike. And can I sit on your bike? Can I take a picture with your bike? You know, hey, where are you guys from? And, you know, lots of questions about it, but it makes it so much easier to meet people that way. But I don't really have a favorite. It's just the traveling and the meeting the new people. And I know you didn't ask me this, but I'm going to tell you.
That's okay.
In the beginning, I said, this is a bunch of grown blank men on their bikes acting like little kids, just riding around all day when they could be mowing the lawn or hanging out with their whatever. And I would always nitpick it, but I tell my kids now, this is the best thing that could have ever happened to your father. He's not sitting at home eating, gaining weight. He's not gambling on football or basketball. He's not, you know, watching porn. He's not doing bad things. He's out there having fun and getting good exercise and meeting cool people. And, you know, this is what life is all about, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I should eat those words because I have met amazing women and families, etc., that have welcomed us, and we can truly, they're our friends, like friends and family now, all from biking. People that I would never thought that I'd meet in another state or in another, you know, in Canada, we go there every year now, and people are like, oh my God, Mad Dog and Pookie are here, you know. It's crazy, you know. So, yeah, I think that's the most beneficial for me. That's been and I always say that I'm cool by association, because Pookie's the coolest, he's the nicest, he's the greatest. He has over 7,000 followers, and I'm just cool by association because I'm Pookie's wife. Yeah. And I think I said it to you before, but I'm Mad Dog, he's Pookie. Everybody thinks it's the opposite.
That's so beautiful. Well, those are all the questions I have. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything I didn't ask you about or you want to tell the people?
I will say this. I said this once on my Instagram, and I don't think enough people heard it. There's so many reasons why people get on a bike, and I'll give you an example, many examples. There was a guy, he lost 300 pounds, and he joined a bike group, and he never gained the weight back. There was a guy who lost his wife, and he was alone, and he said once he joined the bike group, his whole outlook changed, you know, because he thought he was going to spend the rest of his life alone. Another guy, he's a recovering alcoholic. He hasn't drank in 12 or 15 years or something like that, because all his focus is on his bike rides and his bike friends. There's so many reasons why people ride a bike or they join a group, or they do the things they do. But I feel like in all the people that I've talked to, men and women, it has affected them in so many different ways. And I like talking to them about it. Like I said, we did it because we were empty nesters and because it was something fun to do and easy to do. But all these other people have so many other reasons why they do it. And I find it fascinating. And if I could do a documentary about that, I would.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching that interview. Subscribe to see more conversations with Chicagoans biking around their city, dropping every other week.